I ain't get on here to talk about that much, but some of that shit come with some demonic shit, some dark shit. You feel me? Some of that shit, like, it get real.
In the 2013 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Trey Burke from the University of Michigan.
We're back with another wild situation. And this clip right here had people talking instantly. I came across a recent interview, just a few days old, featuring former NBA player Trey Burke. And what he said caught serious attention. Yeah, that Trey Burke, the one longtime basketball fans remember from back in the day. In this clip, he dropped something that sounded simple on the surface, but felt heavy once you really sat with it. He talked about how some top-tier NBA stars, the real superstars, get involved in some very dark behind-the-scenes behavior. Trey straight up said that a lot of what these players are involved in is dark and demonic. And that statement hit hard. That's not light talk, especially coming from someone who was actually inside the league and saw things firsthand. And right after I finished watching that clip, another video popped up out of nowhere. You know how the algorithm works, watch one thing and boom, it throws you something even crazier from the same lane. This next video claimed that Derrick Rose's injury, yeah, that injury, might not have been what we were told. That's a wild accusation and the comments were going insane. Derrick Rose's injury goes way back around 2011 or 2012, right when he was at the peak of his career and sitting on top of the basketball world. So when that clip surfaced, I knew we had to talk about it. What's crazy is I've never really touched on Derrick Rose like this before, but this theory has been floating around for years. Even Rashad Jamal spoke on it, suggesting the injury situation might not have been fully real either. Now here's where things really spiral. A lot of fans believe Derrick Rose didn't play along with the system, didn't make certain choices, and didn't walk through certain doors. Some say that's why his rise was suddenly stopped, to keep him from reaching the same level as LeBron James.
It was kind of just about basketball. Let me just see how good I can be in basketball, you know what I mean? But once I found that deeper purpose, it made me kind of understand life at a deeper level. And I'm still on that journey to this day.
Yes, sir.
I'm still on that journey. And I think athletes need to know that. It's a lot of athletes out here that just want to make it to the NFL, just want to make it to the NBA. You got Instagram, Facebook, you got so much distractions and they just looking at the lifestyle, but they don't know what's going on inside their person. They don't know what's really going on.
That's the theory that's been whispered about for years. If you wanted to be one of the league's biggest stars, people claim you had to make serious sacrifices. And some believe Derrick may have stepped close, then pulled back when things got too real. Come on now, let's really look at this. Regular guys do not get a massive triangle tattoo planted right in the middle of their neck, then suddenly flip the whole image and start moving on a completely different path after everything goes sideways. That shift felt strange to a lot of people, especially after the injury hit and the spotlight dimmed. Yeah, Derrick Rose stayed in the league for years and kept putting in work. No one denies that. But let's be honest here. He never touched that MVP-level dominance again. Not even close. The speed, the fear factor, the takeover moments, all of that was gone and fans noticed immediately. That's exactly why so many people believe the injury wasn't just bad luck. The theory floating around is that it was a move to stop him from rising even higher before he became untouchable. And once you start seeing it through that lens, things get uncomfortable fast. I've got a short clip lined up, pretty sure it came from the Math Hoffa podcast, where Derrick talks about escaping the circus of the NBA. That single line alone makes you pause and rewind. He didn't say it casually either. It sounded like relief mixed with warning. And instead of dragging this intro out forever, let's dive straight into it because this part has layers stacked on layers. Now that voice you heard earlier was Trey Burke, and his perspective carries weight. This is not some random talking head. He was a beast at Michigan, held his own in the league, and lived inside those locker rooms. So when he talks about what really happens behind the scenes, people should listen. He has seen the big names up close, watched how power moves, and when he says things get wicked at the top, it doesn't sound like clout chasing. Think about it. Look at James Harden, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry. These are not just players anymore. They are full-blown corporations. Massive money, global reach, and endless influence. Steph sitting around $300 million, LeBron reaching billionaire status, and even the tattoos spark non-stop questions. People swear those symbols mean something deeper, and fans believe those stars chose a specific path to get there.
Man, you made it to the league, bro. it's a whole, like, they don't put the emphasis on it that I feel like we should get, because it's
1%.
It's a prestigious fraternity, bro. Like, straight up, it's not. It's just something that ain't easy to do. So I can everybody.
I look at it like everybody in the world who ever played basketball wanted to go to the NBA, bro. Every kid from every state, from across seas, everything. And some of the people that got to do that, bro, it's a small list, bro. It's 1%, bro.
So I just feel like it need to be more respect on the guys who they don't look at as the so-called superstars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Cause it's so much going on, bro. Like, and I don't even want to get into all that, but a lot of, like, bro, like, some niggas, bro, some superstars took a different route. I'm gonna be real. Like,
shit.
Some superstars took a different route, and I ain't get on here to talk about that much. But some of that shit come with some demonic shit, some dark shit. You feel me? Some of that shit, like, it get real.
Now keep it real. Derrick Rose was heading straight for that same tier before everything suddenly collapsed. It is hard for many fans to believe one injury alone erased that future. A lot of people think he did not just get hurt. They believe he refused to play along with what was happening behind the curtain, and that decision changed everything. The idea is simple but brutal. If you do not follow the plan, you do not get the money, the fame, or that chosen one spot. And let's not downplay this. Derrick Rose could have been bigger than Michael Jordan in Chicago. No exaggeration. Born there, raised there, carrying the city every time he touched the court. To Chicago fans, he was more than a player, he was their own. They love him in a way that's different from how they even loved Jordan, and that's saying something. In Chicago, Derrick Rose was not just a star, he was personal. If his rise had kept going, people believe he would have been unstoppable, no debate. Now hold up, because I'm about to play a clip where Derrick himself talks about what he calls the circus of the NBA. That clip has people replaying it again and again. There's something heavy in his voice when he says it, like someone who's seen too much and finally stepped back. And before anyone jumps in yelling, "That's just a rumor," let's be clear. Plenty of people swear he didn't fake anything at all. But there's also a large group who believes he was pressured because he didn't want to be part of certain behind-the-scenes expectations. Either way, the fact that this conversation keeps coming back says a lot. Most of this stuff flies right over people's heads, but pay attention. If shady systems exist in the NFL, you really think the NBA is immune? Be serious. Big money always comes with big control, and patterns don't lie. Once you start looking, the pattern gets uncomfortable. So many first overall picks end up with major injuries early, and fans brush it off as bad luck. Others say it's not luck at all, it's part of a bigger process. Derrick Rose went #1 in 2008, rose fast, then boom, a massive injury just a few years later. And here's the part that makes people stop scrolling. After that injury, Derrick said he found himself and started seeing past the circus. That one sentence carries weight. It sounds like without that moment, he might have stayed trapped inside the machine like so many others. Think about what that really means. He's saying the setback opened his eyes. Even now, he's still worth around $100 million, which is huge by any standard.
Explain.
You have the Grim Reaper on your arm. Oh, what?
No.
The Grim Reaper.
No, it ain't that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I love magic. So my favorite magician was like Houdini. My name Pooh. I put conflated Pooh and Dini and put Houdini. So with some kids, I was in high school when I got the tech. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. And I ended up doing some shit like that. But that's what I mean, being a part of like what you were just talking about, being a part of the Matrix.
Right.
I didn't shake out of that shit until after I got hurt. So a lot of people may look at my story and be like, man, he's the biggest what if, blah, blah, blah. You right. What if I didn't get injured? What? I wouldn't have found myself. I still would have been a part of the fucking circus, bro.
What is the circus?
I mean, going along with the act.
Break it down, because okay. You got into that, yeah.
All right, what's the item? Just tell you,
Right.
The circus. Only looking up shit that's on Instagram that they feed to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the circus. Where it's like, oh, Black history, you learn something about Black history, and it's like, oh, I'm about to look this up now. That's the Matrix.
But let's keep it real. He was on track to be the face of the league, standing right next to LeBron at the top. His story runs deeper than most fans realize, and lately, people keep dragging Ben Simmons into every Derrick Rose clip. The comment sections are exploding. Some people say Ben Simmons never sold out, that he stayed true and refused to play certain games. Others look at his career and say the pattern still fits because you don't just wake up one day terrified to shoot a basketball at the highest level. When you line it all up, Derrick Rose, Ben Simmons, and all these early #1 picks, it starts looking less random and more coordinated. Something strange keeps happening to top draft stars, especially the #1s, and people are finally starting to notice it. Too many similar stories, too many sudden shifts, too many careers changing direction overnight. And now here's where things get heavy, and this is where the internet really split in half. During the draft, Ben Simmons was caught on camera doing a very specific handshake with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. People online instantly labeled it a Masonic-style handshake. Clean, intentional, and not something you usually see on a public stage. Then, just 2 nights later, after celebrating draft night with his cousin Zachary Simmons, something tragic happened around 3 a.m. Zachary was reportedly hit by an all-black SUV and later passed away, and the timing shook a lot of people. To be clear, many rushed to defend Ben immediately, saying he had nothing to do with it and that this was a horrible coincidence. But the conspiracy crowd went the opposite direction, claiming something darker was at play. Some even said he was forced into choices he didn't want to make, while others pushed extreme theories that can't be proven. When people rewatch that handshake footage, they say it looks too deliberate to ignore. Not a casual greeting, but something precise, almost ceremonial, like it was meant to be seen.
Yes, Derrick Rose, man. He refused to keep selling out, participating in the rituals. This is exactly why he was forced to sit down with that injury, bro, when they made him fake ACL tear, bro. That happened because he didn't want to keep on participating, so they forced him to sit down. This is how these industries all ran. Go watch the movie Him. They show you how you have to keep participating in rituals and sacrifices in order to get to the top. And you know, D-Rose didn't want to keep on do that shit, participating in that shit, you know, to get to the top. So he just sat down. I made a video of me talking about this before. You know, in the movie Him that just came out, it's showing y'all the truth, bro. They're showing y'all, like, what you gotta do in order to get to the top, bro. This is how this shit works in these music industry, all these industries, bro, sports and all that. It's not based on talent. Once you get to that position, it's based on how much you're going to sacrifice in the rituals you're going to participate in. So that's what happened with D Rose, bro. Like, he just wasn't trying to keep on doing that. That's why he retired so early. That's why they made him fake his injury in the league, man. It's just deep, but it's the honest truth, you know. And this is important for people that, you know, thinking about trying to go to the league and shit like that, like trying to be up there in the high rankings. It's a lot of shit you're going to have to do nowadays, especially how it's ran, man. And that's just the honest truth about it. Like, D Rose, not taking away the talent from him. He's an amazing basketball player, like I said. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to get to the top, you got to participate in the rituals of sacrificing. And in order to be up there, and he wasn't with that, bro. So did a little bit of what he had to do to get to the league and shit like that and make the money he made, but you know, that's why he just went out with an injury.
That circles right back to what Trey Burke said earlier. He described the NBA as an elite fraternity where once you're inside, you're locked in deep. And if you want to rise to the level of the Steph Currys, LeBrons, and James Hardens, talent alone might not be enough. According to these theories, staying in that circle comes with expectations. And that brings up another strange connection people won't stop talking about: James Harden and Lil Baby. There was a period where they were everywhere together, non-stop. One a basketball superstar, the other a rapper from the streets. Two completely different worlds suddenly moving as one. People started asking questions fast. Some believe Harden was guiding Lil Baby through industry doors. Others think they shared mutual deals or understood the same unspoken rules to level up in their lanes. Either way, once you start connecting these dots, the conversation gets louder, not quieter. Either way, none of it looked normal at all. Then there was that viral moment overseas, people say it was France or Paris, where Lil Baby looked completely spaced out, like he wasn't even present. That clip spread everywhere fast and turned into a meme overnight. People joked he looked lost, confused, not himself at all. And you could clearly see James Harden trying to steady him, telling him something like, Hold on, they trying to take pictures of you. That part stuck with people. The whole situation felt off, like something much deeper was going on behind the smiles, the cameras, and the designer outfits.
I ain't watched none of my games like that. When they was winning championships, nigga, I'm outside. My brother and them tell me come back in when they about to shoot and celebrate. Hey, the game finna end.
Wait a minute, rewind. You ain't watched no Bulls game?
They about to win the championship. Hey, go get Pooh. The game about to end. He can't be out. They in. I'm looking through the window. I'm watching my brother and them outside run around in the street.
They watched Jordan. Damn.
My mama give me a shirt with the newspaper thing on it. I'm like, all right.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, I know none of that.
That's interesting, bro. So you just really want to come get your work in, get on up out of there.
Get out.
A lot of you probably remember that old meme from a couple years back too. It was everywhere. Harden and Lil Baby exchanging expensive gifts, flexing that tight friendship, showing off what looked like pure success and loyalty. Back then, people saw it as goals. But now, looking back, it hits completely different. Harden is deep in that world, no question. Shoe deals, global partnerships, nonstop access. Once you reach that level, people believe you already agreed to certain rules. That's how many say the industry really works. And that's why Trey Burke speaking up caught so much attention. This is a former NBA player who's been inside those rooms, around those stars, watching how things really move. When he talked about certain superstars taking a darker route to success, he didn't dress it up or soften it. He even referenced that old saying from Corey Holcomb, you know the one people always hint at but never say out loud. You already know exactly what he meant. Hearing it echoed by someone who lived that life made it hit harder. That's where everything starts connecting. Derrick Rose, Ben Simmons, James Harden. Different stories, same whispers. Fame, sacrifice, pressure, and the real cost of staying at the top. This isn't just random gossip anymore. It's a pattern people keep noticing, and the conversation keeps growing louder. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to BuzzBlock TV right now. You don't want to miss what's coming next because the topics ahead go even deeper.